Improv, we do improv action adventure.
Yes.
Tonight is Sherlock Holmes. As you can probably tell by the way we're dressed. It's not that simple though. The entire game will also be a naive game in which I will not know any of the information.
This is Sherlock Holmes. I am Watson and any other character that may be needed to be played. We have a little sound machine and we'll be controlling all the sound effects and music from the stage. My God. Something like that. And we might employ the use of silly wigs. Now, in a moment, we're going to send Andy away, and then you and I are going to discuss the details of the crime. So, could everyone say goodbye, Andy? Goodbye, Andy! All right, let's make sure he's sleeping. La 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 la. Okay, so the door has closed. Okay, good. So, first thing I need from you guys is how was our victim killed tonight?
Stabbing.
Stabbing. Oh, okay. There's more. Let's say stabbing. Okay. Now, this person was stabbed in a locked room with no windows. How might someone accomplish that feat?
Using a spoon.
Seduction.
How would you use this? Our victim was stabbed in a room with no windows and a locked door.
Booby trap.
A booby trap? What's the booby trap?
Spikes.
Booby trap. I heard spikes. Spoons? Why not? Where are these spoons? How did they get into the room?
Underground.
The vent.
A tunnel in the wall.
A tunnel behind the wall.
Indiana Jones style. Spoon man.
Okay, so the tunnel is hidden by what?
A painting.
A painting.
A painting. Okay, so if I move the painting, I see the tunnel?
Yes.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Also a lever.
If you believe
What's that?
that
It's a fake brick wall. Okay. Now, how did the spoons stab me and then leave the room?
Out by exotic dancers.
Magnets! Alright, so let me get this straight. There is a tunnel that's hidden by a fake brick wall.
Yes.
There are some high-powered magnets that push the spoons into the room, stab the victim, and then pull them back out.
Yes.
Fantastic! Okay, great. So that will be our method of murder. And then one other thing I need from you guys is I need some little object that we're going to get Andy to figure out is in the room. Something actual on your person. Something unusual you may have. Does anyone have some interesting? You're handing me this. It's a ring. No, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Just give it back.
I'm going to put this behind the curtain. So Andy can't see it. We're going to get him to guess that when the show starts. Now, one other thing, you guys are going to help Andy know that he's on the right track with his guessing. So if he's kind of in the right direction, you're going to give him a little golf clap or two. If he's pretty darn close, it's a more. And if he nails it, you're going to hoop and holler. Are you guys ready for the show? On the count of three, say, come back, Andy. 1, 2, 3. Come back, Andy! He's back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with those suggestions, Danger Warning Improv presents improvised Sherlock Holmes. I remember that day last spring as if it were my last day on Earth. For it was the day Sherlock Holmes would come up against his most nefarious crime. We were called to the estate of Mr. Byron Forcebury, a prominent businessman who lived in the countryside. And there, in an antechamber between two rooms, Holmes and I were talking to Mr. Forcebury himself.
An antechamber, Watson. I haven't seen one of these in years. Fascinating.
It's very interesting. It's literally a room between two rooms in which you can't access it except through one door back here.
Yes, indeed, and quite narrow as well.
Yes, no windows, old man.
You know, Watson, historically these were used for the hiding of illicit substances. They used it when alcohol was illegal, I think, during the 17th century.
Yes, I know, Mr. Holmes. The Fosburys have a long history of trading in illicit elixirs.
Yes, Mr. Forsberry, I can tell that this evening alone you consumed 5 substances that are illegal currently.
What are they?
Heroin, sir. I can tell by the marks between your fingers here. The pint of gin in your pocket is creating quite a bulge. Your brand of tobacco was brought illegally from the United States against tariff laws. The lipstick on your lips is from a prostitute. Actually claim an illicit substance. And furthermore, you have acquired tiger penis elixir from the Orient, which I'm afraid to tell you is a charlatan's trick.
Well, we shall see, Mr. Holmes. I haven't given it a try yet. But, Mr. Holmes, I didn't bring you here to talk about my vices.
Yes, please, elucidate me on the circumstances of this foul crime.
It was my butler, George. You see, George was my butler for many years. But I couldn't afford to pay him very much. In fact, he had to live here in this antechamber, between 2 rooms, my bedroom and the study. It's a horrible room, Mr. Holmes. I felt bad about it, and I was getting to the point where I was going to build him another room. But I came home last night to find the antechamber locked. I used my considerable strength to bust the door open, and that's when I found him here in this room. Mr. Holmes, he had a puncture mark through his heart. Clearly, he had been stabbed.
Yes, the blood pattern. It's just such a thing, wouldn't it, Watson?
Yes, old boy. Mr. Holmes, being in this antechamber makes me sad, for my butler George was also my best friend. I must go and have some more of that heroin. I believe you, Jones.
And you say it's only accessible through the one door through your bedroom?
No, through the one door through the hallway. Which, like I said, had been locked from the inside, and poor George had the only key, and it was found clutched in his hand.
So it is an antechamber, which is a room between 2 rooms, accessible from a hallway, which really just makes it a small room.
Don't use semantics with me, Mr. Holmes.
Very well. Go console yourself in your grief. Leave us to our work.
Good boy. Poor man was shook up. I thought he was going to break down right in front of us.
Yes, indeed, Watson. We are harder of stomach than those who do not encounter crime on such a regular basis. But this blood tells me much.
What does it say?
It says that the body was killed here. And then crawled slightly there.
Oh my God!
Clawing himself, if you see, the marks in the floor with his very hand. Just clawing himself away from the door, which makes no sense at all. But I suppose a dead man makes no sense.
Well, I spoke to Lestrade on the way in. He said they did not find the murder weapon on the body. So, however he was killed, the weapon left with that killer.
Yes, quite curious, and the door locked. Have you noticed something about this room, Watson?
No, I mean small.
Yes, but small both in width and depth, Watson. You walk to the end of this room, there's an entire closet, perceived in the wall that one would not have noticed here. Added, Watson, at least a century after the room was constructed itself. I would say not within the last 10 years or more.
Fascinating, old boy.
Yes.
Well, do you think the killer might have left something behind that would be his undoing?
Watson, you get to the very point of my matter. Now, yes, there is a clue here, Watson, that shall be and will be tied to him, that shall sink him down to the depths of the very Thames itself.
Dramatic, Holmes! Very dramatic!
I'll tell you what that clue is, but not yet.
Well, I say, old boy, we're going to be going around in circles if we don't figure this out soon.
Yes, Watson. Did you notice the yo-yo in the corner?
Oh, I did not!
In the corner, Watson, is yo-yo. It must have been how the butler entertained himself in his off hours. But that, Watson, is not the clue that I saw.
did find Mr. Forsberry to be quite a gem of a man. I hope he does come back, perhaps for tea.
Yes, indeed, and perhaps when he does, he'll entertain us with that kaleidoscope that's interesting, the most beautiful object, discovered only recently.
I see, old boy. Well, this whole affair has been very engaging, but I think we need to sort of try.
Yes, Watson, and we shall, for it is this ring that lies on the This ring, which if I'm not mistaken, belongs to that of a secret society of butlers here in London.
My God. Do you know where they, hang
I
out?
do, Watson. To Piccadilly Square. We must mark the door, Watson, and then knock secretly upon it.
Okay, old boy, I'll let you do that.
As a society of butlers, they shall all answer it, I'm sure.
Hello. 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 My God, there's three of them.
Yes, Watson, 3 butlers, enough to do a job. Might we do questions for you? Or shall we talk about the street of murder?
You two wait.
Very well, the street it is.
You're Sherlock Holmes, the famous detective.
Yes, I am, and I'm currently investigating a murder of one of your own ilk. One that I know for a fact has fallen out of favor.
Easy, King, easy. My dog is my protector, Mr. Holmes.
You feel the need for security?
I do. He's quite intrigued by people, Mr. Holmes. In fact, I think he kind of digs you.
Yes, your dog is very attentive indeed.
Yes, he digs you, man.
Well, how very hip of him. Keep him away from me so we shan't have to dig him a grave.
What? Holmes, I'm deathly afraid of dogs.
Yes, Watson, I know. But it's all right, for I've already ascertained what I know here.
Mr. Holmes, you must think that I had something to do with the death of the butler of Mr. Forsberry.
Yes, I know he did not live up to the standards of your organization.
No, we kicked him out, in fact.
Indeed.
Yes.
And the only thing that would keep you from worrying about such an ongoing scandal might be murder itself.
Mr. Holmes, I've been called many things in my time. Murderer, I've never been called.
Very well, Watson, we might have to return here in the future. Good day, sir. I said good day.
Good day. Let me in. I say, boy, why are we here in this dark alley?
Yes, Watson. The best carpenter in London happens to secrete himself here in this dark alley.
The alley is full of crows, oh yeah.
Oh, my God! How nefarious. The reason for the crows is these wonderfully built rafters. Look at the carving upon them.
You like my rafters, Mr. Holmes? I may be a woman, but I'm good with my hands.
Watson, I'd like you to meet the most underground carpenter in all of London. If you need any dark doings, secret room built, dungeon meant to hold that your nemesis for days and days without anyone hearing the screams, she's your man.
I'm sure.
She's also, Watson,
Slap. Don't touch me. I save these hands only for carpentry.
I'm very sorry. Watson tends to let his hands run away with himself.
Mr. Holmes, would you like me to build you something? Perhaps a cuckoo clock or a wooden box?
Now, how might you know that we have need of a wooden box?
Didn't know.
Yes. And did you not know that a murder had been occurred in a room in which you built a false back wall?
How did you know I built a false back wall?
I already talked about it when we were investigating the scene earlier.
Well, yes, we did build that false back wall.
Yes, your handiwork was all over it.
I tell you what, Mr. Holmes. boxes can contain smaller boxes. Sometimes what's inside has something inside of it.
Da, Rushki Lokshki.
Russian, old boy.
Yes, Watson. Who could craft such a nefarious word as that than a Russian?
It is true, I am a Russian.
And as a Russian, you know of the Russian tradition of nesting dolls, do you not?
Yes, of course, Mr.
Little
Holmes.
boxes within little boxes.
It is a little doll for you. Because you are my little doll.
Ah, your affections are wasted on a man such as myself. Watson, take her affections for me.
I say, boy, why do you think she might have been the murderer?
To cover up her handiwork, Watson, in order that room might never be used again, for it is an illegal room and could bring much harm upon her.
Well, don't tell anyone, Mr. Holmes. It will be our little...
Watson?
You can do that to me, yes, of course. Mr. Sherlock, I have an idea.
Yes.
I noticed that room had some interesting hinges. Perhaps we should go to a metalsmith.
Ah, yes, my next words, Watson, indeed. To the little boxes inside of boxes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, things inside of things.
Ah, yes,
Yes.
Watson. As the criminal mind is, things inside of things, wheels and wheels. Yes, to the metal smith.
Yes.
Awfully quiet.
Clink.
Oh, there it is. Watson, notice how he freezes in motion, unmoving, from an entire minute. Clink! Well, 15 seconds between strokes. Incredible. He's letting the metal cool. It's an advanced technique from Japan.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it is an advanced technique.
Perhaps you'd like to come closer. People have told me I'm very attractive.
Your skin is smooth and supple.
Yes, you want to be near me, don't you?
I do. Want to be
Yes,
close.
but then you want to be away from me, don't you, too? For I have a bit of a darkness about me, don't I?
Yes, I'm both repelled and compelled at the same time.
You're probably asking me about the Forsberry murder.
Indeed.
Yes. I made hinges for his door.
I saw that. They were quite firm and sturdy until they were broken down because the butler was killed.
Yes, nobody breaks my hinges. Nobody.
And if one were to break your hinges, what would the consequences be?
I don't know, Mr. Holmes. All I know is that my soup is getting cold.
My God, Watson, he's eating with a red-hot spoon, kept in the very fires from which he pours
I trained my mouth to be impervious to pain.
My God.
Now leave, Mr. Holmes. For your presence here makes me feel compelled to tell you that I don't know what I will do with this hammer if you stay much longer.
Holmes, he's threatening you.
Yes. Well, you know what they say about metalsmiths. An unstable lot. Watson, I'd like to speak to the proprietor of this house and question him about his butler.
Let's go. So, Mr. Holmes, do you think you've solved the crime?
Yes, I believe I'm quite close to it.
Very well. Well, out with it. How could my man have been murdered in this room?
First, tell me, how was your relationship with your butler over the last few months?
It's been quite poor.
Yes.
He wanted to move out of the room, and I wasn't ready with my addition to the house.
Yes, this addition you claim to be a building, and yet none of the carpenters in town have a conscript for such work. You've been stringing him along, haven't you? Promising him in a room,
Yes, I have, Mr. Holmes.
never delivering.
Yes, but why are we back here? Aren't you going to tell me how he was murdered?
Yes, I'd like. Do you know anything about magnetism?
I know a thing or two, Mr. Holmes, yes?
Yes, indeed. Well, the science is quite new, but developments are being made every day. And I propose that your man was murdered by way of magnet. A device, a metal device, magnetized.
Mr. Holmes, you're saying that a magnet caused the device to kill him?
Yes, Watson, but we do not see a magnet here. The magnet must be hidden somewhere.
What, could it be inside the closet?
It possibly could, Watson, but I'd rather think it was underneath our very feet the entire time.
No, I think it might be inside the closet. There's something else inside.
Under our feet in the closet. In a room within the closet, a hidden room within a hidden room.
You said this brick wall is not real?
Yes, it's a fabricated brick wall. Well, we would see a magnet behind it. It's a magnet, yes.
What was it that the magnet you pushed into the body?
Yes, Watson, it would have to be something very deadly, very sharp, very small, wouldn't it?
Yes. This whole case is making me hungry. I wish I could be eating what the metalsmith was eating.
Yes, like a spoon, Watson. Through the spoon that was slipped under the door, directly to the magnet through the butler, causing the perforation in the heart, Watson.
And then the magnet, it reversed itself?
Yes, it pushed it right back out the door. Indeed, Watson, but you can look outside in the hallway. But there's a bloody spoon right in it. We really should have seen it on the way in, Watson. Mr. Holmes, you figured it out. Yes. I see you brought all 5 of your companions. Yes. We're brothers. Watson, on my signal, duck.
Where's the signal?
Duck!
Incredible, man! You took them all out!
Watson, while you weren't paying attention, I retrieved the magnet from the wall and have been holding it in my shirt sleeves.
And I'll never forget Mr. Holmes that day with those spoons and that magnet. He would always be the greatest detective I ever knew. And one day, perhaps, I would follow in his footsteps. Until next time, dear readers, Dr. John Watson, signing off.
Woo!